Hello? Hello, it is Violatina. Now, I am doing this video because Stephen mentioned books he was reading, and it brought to mind all the books that I'm reading and all the magazines and books that my sister brought me. So this is what I'm reading. Kate Moss, Citadel. Now, I don't know if it's a series or not. Three works and 5 previous novels and 3 plays. Yes, it's sort of a series. Anyways, I'm reading this. It's very good. Summer 1942. A spirited and courageous young woman, Sandrine, finds herself drawn into the world of the resistance in Carcassonne under German occupation. Her network, codenamed Citadel, is made up of ordinary women who risk everything to fight the sinister battles raging in the shadows around them. And it goes on and on. So I have come to, I'm just in the beginning. Page 75. That's what I do. I find it easy, I don't mind. These are paperbacks, and I bought them. That way you don't lose your... So I have all this left to read. 75, and it's page... what is the page? 692. I'm going to read that. Uncle John's Bathroom Reader plunges into Hollywood. This is just a fun book. Flushing the Ark. Lights, camera, action. Plunging into Hollywood. Grab your popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show. Uncle John is giving a big old hooray for Hollywood in this latest bathroom reader devoted to the trials, triumph, and trivia of Tinseltown, featuring the inside stories, quotes, quizzes, and bits of lore that Uncle John's readers have come to expect. Now, what can I read? Hooray for Hollywood! Hollywood directors love working with dogs. What other kind of movie star would be happy with an occasional pat on the head and a doggy treat? Here's a look at the biggest names in doggy stardom. First dog star. The first canine on film, billed as Blair the dog, appeared in 1905 in the British short Rescued by Rover. In it, the heroic family dog saves a kidnapped baby from gypsy thieves. Rover was an uncommon dog name at the time, but it gained widespread popularity after the screen debut. Since then, dogs of all sizes, shapes, and colors have earned a big place in cinematic history. First dog superstar. Stronghort was a pedigreed German Shepherd, and a year or so older than his cinematic rival Rin Tin Tin. He was born in Germany during World War I and trained as a police dog for the military. So when American director Lawrence Trimble found him at 3 years old and 125 pounds, it took months of retraining and socialization before Stronghort was ready to star in his first film, The Silent Call, in 1921. The movie made Strongheart a star, adored by fans of movies and dogs everywhere. He made 4 more films, including White Fang in 1925 and The Return of Boston Blackie in 1927, but an accident ended his career. He slipped and was burned by a studio light during filming. The burn turned into a tumor and the big guy died in 1929. But Strongheart survives. His handsome face still graces the labels of the dog food named for him all those years ago. Rin Tin Tin to the rescue. Strongheart was popular, but Rin Tin Tin, the German Shepherd, who starred in 26 pictures for Warner Brothers, went all the way. He became the studio's top-grossing actor and saved the studio from ruin in the 1920s. The original Rin Tin Tin was just a puppy when U.S. Air Corporal Lee Duncan found him at the end of World War I in a bombed-out building in France. Duncan brought the dog to the United States, named him Rin Tin Tin, after the tiny finger puppets that French children gave American soldiers for luck, and started training him. Duncan and Rin Tin Tin were trying to break into the movies when they stumbled onto a set where a director was trying to get a wolf to perform. Duncan told the director that his dog could do it in one take, which he did, and Rin Tin Tin got his first film role, the top box office draw in the country. At the height of his career, Rinty was pulling in 12,000 fan letters a week, was making $6,000 a month, and had his own chauffeur, chef, and 18 stand-ins. He died in 1934 after a long life and successful career, and, according to Hollywood legend, took his last breath in the arms of his neighbor Jean Harlow. Duncan returned Rinty's remains to his birthplace in France and had him interred in the Cimetière des Chiens, Cemetery of Dogs, near Paris. Rin Tin Tin's legacy lived on through his offspring. Rin Tin Tin, too, known as Junior, made 3 serials and traveled the country with Duncan, promoting Rin Tin Tin films. When Duncan formed the first military canine corps, Rin Tin Tin 3 helped him train some TV series that ran from 1954 to 1959. The bloodline continues to this day, with the most Rin Tin Tin offspring now being used in the ARF Kids, a Rinty for Kids program, which provides service dogs to disabled children nationwide. Isn't that nice? Lassie comes along. Lassie's personal story isn't as dramatic as Strongheart's or Rin Tin Tin, but it is typical Hollywood. The ever-faithful Lassie character in the original short story Lassie Come Home, published in 1938 in the Saturday Evening Post, was a female tricolor collar, i.e., similar to our concept of Lassie, but with black markings. When it came to casting the part for the 1943 movie, the winning candidate, the Lassie we know and love, turned out to be the familiar 2-color rough collie and a male. And yet, there's a variety called the smooth collie. It looks like Lassie, with a 1-inch crew cut. About 300 dogs auditioned for the starring role in the movie Lassie Come Home. The part went to Pal, an unpedigreed 1-year-old male owned by Hollywood dog trainer Rudd Weatherwax. In fact, all the movie's Lassies were played either by Pal or one of his descendants, and all were male. Male collies have thicker coats. When they shed in summer, these dogs still looked as big and heroic as Lassie should. Pal performed perfectly in the role of the beloved collie who, after being sold to a rich nobleman so that her English family could pay their rent, finds her way back home over several hundred miles. The movie not only made Lassie famous, but also launched the careers of Roddy McDowall and 11-year-old Elizabeth Taylor. Pal provided the bark for the Lassie radio show that ran in the late 1940s, but the whining, growling, and panting were done by human actors. The TV series Lassie lasted from 1934 to 1974. Very interesting. And I'm reading also Paris. This is quite good. From Edward Rutherford, the Grand Master of the historical novel, comes a dazzling epic about the magnificent city of Paris. Moving back and forth in time, the story unfolds through intimate and thrilling tales of self-discovery, divided loyalty, and long-kept secrets. As various characters come of age, seek their fortunes, and fall in and out of love, the novel follows nobles who claim descent from the hero of the celebrated poem The Song of Roland, a humble family that embodies the ideals of the French Revolution. A pair of brothers from the slums behind Montmartre, one of whom works on the Eiffel Tower as the other joins the underworld near the Moulin Rouge, and merchants who lose everything during the reign of Louis XV rise again in the age of Napoleon and help establish Paris as the great center of art and culture that it is today. With Rutherford's unrivaled blend of impeccable research and narrative verve, this bold novel brings the sights, scents, and tastes of the City of Light to brilliant life. This is very good. Where am I in this? Here. I've read that much. I get so far and then I don't read it again. I'm at page 102, and I've got to read, 809. So that's what I'm reading. Bye. Have a good day. Oh, I have time to show my scarf. This is my scarf I made. Quite pretty. So that'll be good for a cool day, a cold day. Thank you. Bye.